Hey, I'm Nancy Cavey, National ERISA and Individual Disability Attorney. Welcome to Winning Isn't Easy. Before we get started, I've got to give you a legal disclaimer. This podcast is not legal advice. The Florida Bar Association says I have to say this. Well, now I've said it, but nothing will ever prevent me from giving you an easy to understand overview of the disability insurance world, the games that carriers play, and what you need to know to get the disability benefits you deserve. Today, I'm going to talk about the carrier's right to offsets, their right to offset VA benefits, Social Security retirement benefits, and rollover distributions of IRAs. So why am I going to talk about this? Because these are the kinds of common questions I get all the time from people who are on disability benefits questioning why there is an offset or a reduction and what, if anything, they can do about it. So we're going to start off by answering the question, can a disability carrier reduce long-term disability benefits by VA benefits that the policyholder was getting before the disability insurance claim was filed? I'm going to talk about how the court approved a disability carrier's reduction of a quadriplegic's benefits by a rollover distribution of an IRA. I'm going to talk about how a carrier like Aetna might be able to deduct Social Security retirement benefits from your ERISA long-term disability benefits. And lastly, I'm going to talk about a federal judge who called out a disabled policyholder who refused to give the disability insurance plan information to calculate the offset of settlement monies. Got it? Well, let's take a quick break before we get into this episode. Welcome back to Winning Isn't Easy. Let's talk about how a court approved a disability carrier's reduction of a quadriplegic's benefits by a rollover distribution of an IRA. Disability policies and plans pay benefits on the one hand, but they take away benefits with the other hand. They're in the business of making a profit regardless of how compelling the circumstances might be. So how do they do that? Well, what we need to start out with is the other income and offset provisions in your disability policy or plan, because that's the starting point of the answer of this question. There is no uniform disability policy or plan in the United States. So this answer is going to be unique to you based on the provisions in your specific policy or plan. As a way of an example, I'm going to tell you the story of Ms. Diebold that's found in the case of Diebold versus Liberty Life. Diebold had become a quadriplegic in December of 2001 because of a rollover motor vehicle accident. Now, she was employed at Wachovia, and she participated in their disability plan. That plan was administered by Liberty, who paid her long-term disability benefits. In October of 2018, her benefits were decreased by about $800 a month when she rolled over a lump sum of $106,000 from her employer pension to her individual retirement account. Liberty said, hey, look, under the terms of this disability policy, we can decrease her benefits by a rollover. And Diebold said, oh, no, not so fast. Now, the plan language makes a difference. And in this case, the Wachovia plan provided that the amount of disability benefits shall be the lesser of 60% of the participant's pre-disability earnings less benefits from other income. Well, what's the key definition here? Benefits from other income includes the amount of any disability benefits or retirement receipts that the participant voluntarily elects to receive as a retirement payment under the employer's retirement plan. Now, the plan clearly provided for an offset, but Diebold said, look, I didn't directly receive any of this money. There was no taxable income. It was just a rollover to the IRA, and that was not listed as income in the definition of benefits or other income as defined by the policy. Well, what did the judge do? The judge disagreed with Diebold's argument. They found that the plan provided for an offset. The judge rejected her arguments that the offset was invalid or unenforceable because it had resulted in a change in her benefits, even though there was no tax consequence to her when she rolled over the IRA. Diebold also argued that since ERISA has no applicability to her IRA, the fact that she deposited a lump sum retirement payment into it couldn't trigger the reduction of her disability benefits. Well, the answer to that was, oh, yes, they can. I don't know why there wasn't anyone who reviewed with DeBold the plan or why she did the rollover. And if you're facing that circumstances, you really need to consult with an experienced ERISA disability attorney to review the policy plan or provisions and give you some advice. Because we know the consequences here. It doesn't matter how tragic the situation is. If the policy of the plan terms give the disability carrier the right to offset money, they're going to do it. And in this case, the rollover was considered an offset. In the next segment, I'm going to talk about whether carriers like Aetna can deduct Social Security retirement benefits from your ERISA long-term disability benefits. So let's take another quick break.